Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Spring 2024 Study Abroad session. My name's David. I'm from the outreach team here at the Lowy International School at Tel Aviv University. Joining me today, we have Jennifer. Jennifer heads up as a study abroad director and heads up all of the study abroad programs at Tel Aviv University. In addition, Jennifer also looks after the summer programs as well. So I'm going to begin by giving you a quick overview about Tel Aviv University and Tel Aviv and the international school and the student life team for about 5 minutes or so. And then I'll hand over to Jennifer, who will then present all of the spring 2024 study abroad options. Just if you're joining us late, we are recording this session just so we can use it to send out to people. We had a lot of people who've registered who haven't yet turned up. I think they might not turn up, or they didn't realize the time. So we are recording this session. So let me begin. I've got a slide deck, but I'm going to begin by playing you a short video, which I think sums up and encapsulates the study experience here at Tel Aviv University.
Tel Aviv University International, the only place in the world where you can study Taoism. What is Taoism? Well, it's a local philosophy that says the best way to study is through experience. Understand with your head, learn with your feet. The best way to study a multicultural society is to live in one. Be ready with your elevator pitch. You never know who you'll meet on campus. If you want to learn the best marketing strategies, just go to the local market. Reading about the startup nation? Write your own chapter. Study literature in the place that inspired the bestseller of all time. You can't resolve a conflict until you witness one. At TAU, there is always room for more questions and 400 labs to find the answers. Come experience the wisdom of Taoism at Tel Aviv University International, where first-class education meets a second-to-none lifestyle.
Okay. So welcome to the session. It's a relatively intimate session today. It's the second one in a couple of weeks. So that is Taoism. So Taoism is basically our philosophy that, you study best through experience. You learn with your head, you understand with your feet, and learning happens everywhere and sometimes when you least expect it. So we call that Taoism. So when you come to us, you're not coming and you don't just learn in a classroom, you learn on a campus, in a city, in a country. All of these things will give you this wonderful, transformative experience that we call Taoism. If you don't know much about Tel Aviv University, this is a good snapshot. We're Israel's largest and most diversified institution of higher education. We have 9 faculties, 30,000 total students, and of that 30,000, 2,000 plus are international, and they come from 100 plus countries. We have one campus, 220 acres just north of downtown Tel Aviv, with lots of green spaces. Typically, our students, international students, come from all over the world, from 100 countries. Typically, about 40% may come from North America, but the rest come from all over the world, from Latin America, from Europe, Asia, Australia, the Middle East, the Far East. You also heard in the film that we have 400 labs, 130 research institutions. We have 3,500 projects annually. We're a big institution. I mentioned our campus. We have a sports center, museums, galleries. There's 15 cafeterias and 5 libraries, all on our one campus, which is just less than 15 minutes from downtown Tel Aviv. I'm not going to go into all of them, but we're very proud of our ranking. We're Israel's largest and most comprehensive institution of higher education. We're the #1 choice among Israeli students. We're ranked first in Israel by Times Higher Education and by Taiwan rankings as a global top 100 innovation university. We're 5th in the world for entrepreneurship. We're the only non-US institution to make that top 10 list. So we're ranked up there alongside leading American universities like Stanford, MIT, UC Berkeley, and Harvard. Also, we're in the top 10s of schools producing VC-backed founders. And again, the only non-US institution to make that top 10 list. 55% of the population on campus is women. And 2 years ago, the university set up its very first Equality and Diversity Commission, headed up by Professor Netta Ziv, and their remit, it's clear, is to enhance equality and diversity among everyone on campus, whether, academic, faculty, administrative, employees, and even students as well. As I mentioned, we're a big institution of academic excellence, and our impact is felt large and wide. You saw in the video that we have 9 faculties, 125 schools and departments. So that we have a vast range of research and teaching fields that alone creates a unique and fascinating connection between disciplines that are not traditionally connected to each other. And that alone provides infinite possibilities for academic creativity. World-class faculty, renowned professors, students from 100+ countries. Every year, our students perform over 300,000 hours of community service. And we're also based in the wonderful Mediterranean city of Tel Aviv that we call home. If you've not been to Tel Aviv, let me tell you a little bit. It's a pulsating, vibrant city. It's Israel's cultural and commercial capital. It's been named the Mediterranean capital of cool by the New York Times. It's a non-stop city with amazing nightlife, cuisines, and cultures. It's very much a city you can never stop exploring. There's 14 kilometers of beaches. There's over 5,000 restaurants, cafes, and bars, over 120 museums and art galleries, and 2,500 startups as well. So it's a wonderful, wonderful city. Just a key snapshot here of alumni. This is our community that's changing the world in different fields. It's 200,000 strong with 15,000 international alumni. I mentioned before a couple of our rankings in entrepreneurship, in the startup world. You can see that reflected here with some key alumni from the world of business and entrepreneurship, like Professor Amnon Shashua, the Mobileye president, the founder of Waze, Dan Ariely. You also have some people that are not from that world. You have people like Yotam Ottolenghi, who's a very famous and well-known Israeli chef and author, and Professor Anit Sachi, who developed a new way to treat melanoma through a nano vaccine. So we hope that if you come to study at Tel Aviv University, you'll be as successful and make an impact in your region and your area of expertise. So listen, we have amazing links to industry. We have things like Remote, which is a business engagement center on campus to nurture and turn our inventions into products. You have TAU Ventures, an academic venture capital fund, the Entrepreneurship and Innovation Center run by professionals from the industry. You have Ignite by Collar, which is an entrepreneurship club from the Collar School of Management run by students for students. We also have amazing events on campus that happen every year, Cyber Week and Artificial Intelligence Week. And these really are critically acclaimed top cybersecurity and AI events in the world. We usually have 9,000 to 10,000 attendees from all over the world. And actually, if you come and study one of our summer programs in cybersecurity, you actually get to participate in the annual Cyber Week as well. Just want to mention quickly about funding as well. We have lots of scholarship options the scholarships that we provide to students, whether it's merit-based, financial-based, or regional-based. I do recommend for you to look on our website. The address is here for all of the scholarships that we offer are listed there. There's also a page there where we do try to update regularly with scholarships from external organizations that we know of. So do check it out. Before we continue, I just want to quickly mention about the Student Life team. We call them the Madrachim, and they're there very much to give you a nice soft landing. So when you come to us, they all work for us. They're all Israeli students. They're there to give you, like I said, nice soft landing. They live in the dorms with you. They're there on arrival day. They organize orientation. They're available 24/7 for any issues or support that you need. In addition to that, they'll have amazing events, on campus, off campus, like, yoga night, movie night, pizza night. But they'll also take you off on day trips and overnight trips in Tel Aviv, in Jerusalem, in the north, in the south. So you'll get to experience the best of Israel through the Student Life team. And that sense of community extends through into the dorms as well. So yes, we have accommodation on campus. There's some pictures here. There's 24-hour security. There's insurance, doctor's office. Everything you need is there. You can see there's laundry facilities. There's chill out areas. There's study rooms. There's social rooms. There's also a small gym, literally just adjacent to campus. So everything is there. Plus, you also, the Madrachim live there with you. So we try and keep all of the international students together. But at the same time, you're surrounded by Israeli students. So you get the best of both worlds. And that just gives you an idea, sort of the macro about Tel Aviv University and the Lowy International School. I'll hand over to Jennifer, who'll go into more detail about these specific study abroad options that we have here in the spring.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much, David. And I do apologize to you all. I have a little bit of a cold, so I apologize for my raspy voice. We have a couple of really amazing study abroad options for the students to come and study for a semester. We have the regular study abroad program. We have the GAP program, which is for students who are coming right out of high school and want to take a semester off. We have the Entrepreneurship and Business program and the spring semester law. So I'll go into each option individually, David, if you will, with the next slide. So the Academic Gap program has the same program dates as all of the study abroad programs. So I will say them once and I won't keep re-saying them because you guys could see them. We begin on January 17 with an intensive Ulpan. All of our study abroad programs begin with an intensive Ulpan. We want to immerse the students into the world in Israel, and to do that, you need to learn a little bit of Hebrew. So you start with an intensive Ulpan for a month, and then you get some time off, and then you begin the semester in March until May 23rd. Our deadline to apply for all of our programs is October 15. The GAP program is special to me in such a way because it provides the opportunity for high school students who have completed high school and are not yet in university to come and experience what it's like to be on campus. You're taking the same courses as any other study abroad student would take. You are learning in the same way they are, but you're not quite in college yet. So it kind of gives you that boost to make a decision about what you want to do and where you want to go in your future. You could choose courses from a variety of different areas, languages like Hebrew and Arabic, or psychology, philosophy, communications, Middle Eastern studies, business, etc. But we do have opportunities for GAP students. For example, we have the Learning Center that we can connect you with if you are interested in getting additional help to write term papers, etc. So we do provide a little bit more of a boost to the GAP students because we know you're a little bit younger. On the other hand, it gives you an opportunity to really see what college life is truly all about. David, if you can, the next slide, please. The study abroad program, same dates, same process. The students will start with an intensive Ulpan, except now you're a study abroad student, you're in the middle of your university career, and you want to come for a semester in Israel. And so what do you get? You get to choose from a variety of different courses and different areas. You get to explore the campus. It's a little bit like the GAP program, but very different in the sense that as a study abroad student, we know that you're a little bit older. We give you a little bit more independence, a little bit more freedom. You have the opportunity to take a different courses, and you have the opportunity as well of doing different activities than the rest of the student population. So it's a really exciting program. It's probably our most popular program. Most of our students come for the regular study abroad program. David, if you can, the next slide. The Entrepreneurship and Business program is really, near and dear to my heart because we revamped this program a couple of years ago and we added some really amazing courses and amazing opportunities for growth outside of the classroom. So while the students are taking courses, you have mandatory courses in negotiations and international finance, which we feel are really relevant to a study abroad experience, because you're learning negotiation from the perspective of negotiations worldwide, not just in Israel. And then as well, with regards to international finance, it's international finance, right? It's not something you would be learning in your home university. And these are mandatory courses. And then we allow you to take any other course from any other study abroad courses that we offer. But because you're a completely separate program, so we have visits across Israel. We have taken students in the past to the Perez Innovation Center. We've taken them to Tal Ventures, which is our very own VC fund. We did a one-on-one session with the CEOs, where CEOs of new startups would come and talk about how they created their startups and how they got their first VC funding. So there's a lot of great opportunities. We visited a startup, by the way. So there's a lot of really amazing opportunities in this program. And if you're interested in business and in entrepreneurship, this is probably the place for you. Same as all the other programs, it does start with an intensive ulpan. David, if you will. And the law program is a little bit different. So I will state that the dates do differ, that while our study abroad students generally are asked to come on January 17 and leave on May 23rd, you have to be very careful because the law program works with different course dates. So they don't have semesters. They teach throughout one semester. They teach 3 different modules of courses. So you might be able to attend the first and the second, but the third module might end after May 23rd. And then in which case, keep in mind that your housing for study abroad is until May 23rd. So I did want to state that. You are still coming here and doing the intensive ulpan like the rest of the study abroad students. We want to make sure that the group is together for most of the time and getting to know each other, but you're doing something a little bit differently. You're taking courses in our faculty of law, and it could be anywhere ranging from courses in globalization and international law to contracts law, to startup law, to much, much more. I saw a course, a couple of days ago that talked a little bit about, what's going on in terms of prostitution across the world, right? So there's a lot of really intensive and a little bit different and special courses that you may not get in your home university. Also keep in mind that in order to join this program, you do have to have some sort of law background. We don't expect you to be lawyers, obviously, you're study abroad, but you should have a background in your home university. You should be a pre-law student. Again, for all of these programs, the deadline to apply is October 15. David, could you go on to the next slide, please? So I know that David briefly described to you a little bit about the Student Life team. I think it's important that I really reiterate that our team, there's a couple of teams that are here for our international students while they're here. We have our team here, which consists of the people that do the recruitment and the admissions, and we kind of walk the students through, whether it's our office in the US and Canada or our office here in Israel. We walk through the students through the process of right now the admissions and getting accepted and getting confirmed and making sure all the documentation is there. And then from the moment the student is confirmed, then at that point they become sort of a TAU student. So they start getting all kinds of information from our team with regards to their academics, with regards to the social, and so on and so forth. But we are that primary team for you. But the Student Life team is a huge add-on for our students. First of all, because they have support 24/7. Now, while they're in the office 9 to 3, they do have an on-call number. Let's say you find yourself sick in the middle of the night and you need to go see a doctor. You can call the Student Life team. Something happens, you can call the Student Life team. Of course, you can absolutely reach out to our team, but we are not in the office 24/7, whereas the Student Life team does have an on-call number, so you can feel more comfortable, your students can feel more comfortable to have somebody that's there for them at all times, especially in a different country where they may not know the language. They provide orientation days, and then after orientation, they usually do a trip somewhere in Tel Aviv. They help you guys with the arrival, checking in and checking out of your housing, and they provide activities, whether it's on campus or off campus or trips. They've gone to the south, they've gone to the north, they've visited different cities, Tel Aviv, Caesarea, Haifa, the Dead Sea, all of these things have been done with the Student Life team. So they are a really amazing team to get to know. They're also students at Tel Aviv University, Israeli students. So they're a little bit older than the students that are coming here for study abroad. They're usually around the 23 to 26 age range, but they've been trained and have a lot of experience with our student population. So they're very helpful. David, do I happen to have another slide?
No, that's it.
Okay.